everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Today I'm sharing a layout with you that I made with my felicity-jane kits, and a while ago I showed you how I organized that, and I'll put a link to that video in the description box below. But today I am finally digging into the massive amount of felicity-jane I have, and I really liked getting stuck into it. I will mostly be using the Brie kit, so I am going to be using some of the Brooke as well, but mostly the Brie kit I'm using. So you'll see that I just pulled out some of the journaling cards, and I'm cutting a 1.5 inch circle out of some of those cards because I had an idea of creating sort of a circular thing behind the photo or around the photo. And you'll see in the photo there's this basket hanging on the this woven round basket thing hanging on the wall behind me. So I think that's where I got the circular idea from. And the photo I'm going to be using is of me. I was probably about 4 or 5. And I am posing there, pointing my toe in my ballet clothes, in my little leotard and my skirt. And my sisters are standing by on the right-hand side of the photo and having a look at me while I point my toes. So yes, that's me dancing. I did a lot of dancing when I was younger, so not so much anymore, but when I was younger, I did quite a bit of dancing. So you'll see that I'm also just pulling out the Brie butterflies, and I'm just going to be scattering them around. I am going to, you'll see that there are some of the hearts, some hearts that I did scatter around. I'm not going to be using them in the end. That's why I didn't really put the process of me putting them down in there. So you'll see there I'm taking them out and I'm not putting them back in. I didn't feel that they quite suited what I was going for there. So yeah, I rather wanted just a load of those butterflies fluttering about with the vellum, and that was really beautiful, the little butterflies. So I'm just going to be sticking those 1.5 inch circles around lightly, and I'm going to be stitching, doing a lot of machine stitching and making some little thread nests on some of the circles. And I'm going to be leaving the threads on there. It just, for me, it just adds, the thread adds a sense of whimsy, and it's very delicate. And I wanted this layout to be very delicate and feminine and whimsical. So hence all the thread that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to make those little bows sit in some thread nests as well. I'm just nesting it there nicely, and the top bow as well, I'm going to be adding some thread behind. Then you'll see the way I positioned the circles on the top right hand corner and the bottom left hand corner of the layout. They are sort of clustered together, and I wanted a diagonal aspect to this layout as well as a circular aspect. So I did do some black splatters with my black Heidi Swap Color Shine, and just to add some interest, because of the, you know, the felicity-jane kits, they all have black in them, and just to add some more of that stark contrast with the very light pastel, beautiful feminine colors, and then that stark black, and I really like that. That doily that I'm going to be using behind the photo as layering is just from my stash. And I am going to, you see there that I layered some tissue paper behind my photo, and at first I felt I needed to cut off the bit on the left hand side of the photo. It sort of sticks out, but then I thought, no, I'll leave it. It just adds more interest to the photo, really, and I like the way it layered above the doily, and it just echoes the transparency of the butterflies as well. So You'll see there that I'm using my fine line bottle just to stick down those bows on their little thread nests. And yeah, as the layout progresses, I do add the diagonal aspect of the layout becomes more clear. You'll see that in a little bit. I did want to use that tag, and I actually do cut into it. But in the end, right at the end of the video, I do take the tag out. I didn't want anything on top of that that little layering cluster I had going on there with the tissue paper and the doily. It covered up too much for me there. I did struggle with the title, so in thinking about the title, I decided that I will just do something very thoughtless, basically, just scattering those little puffy stickers, puffy shapes, and they're from the Brooke kit, the puffy shapes. I just scattered them around like little bits of confetti, and again adds to the whole delicate aspect of the layout and the whimsy. And just, you'll see that I am concentrating on getting that diagonal aspect of the layout. I'm getting that a bit more apparent, so just going to be scattering them around there, and I'm going to go inside the circle as well with those little puffy shapes. And those are so gorgeous. I bought 2 of those packs, so I am not being stingy with them. I am using a lot of them, and I really like that. And now I still struggled with the title, thinking of what my title should be, so I am again just going ahead with my doodling around the page while I'm thinking about the title. And I struggled to find positioning of the title as well, not only what the title should be, but the positioning of the title. These are some of their puffies, some of the felicity-jane essential puffies, I think. I'm not sure what they're called. Puffy alphas, and they are gorgeous. I adore that pink color. The pink is just gorgeous. And I decided then on a title, Tiny Dancer. So yeah, I was a tiny little dancer, so so I'm going to put the word tiny right on my photo. There's a lot of black space at the bottom of my photo, so I'm just going to be placing the title on there. And I like the contrast that the pink and the black of the photo, the pink of the alphas and the black of the photo gives. It makes the word tiny really stand out a lot. Now those are some chipboard alphas from the Oh Dear collection. So I think it's a Christmas collection. So, and I loved the way that black of the word dancer just pops, and I loved it. It draws out some of the splatters, some of the Heidi Swap color shine splatters that I did. So the only real logical space for my journaling was on the side there, and what I basically just write about is me and all my dances. I did modern dancing, tap dancing, Spanish dancing, ballet dancing, and all of that, and how I love to perform it, and all of that. So and that's about it for this layout. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you guys, and I would love to hear what you think, and so on. Okay, bye-bye.